quickly introduce the class again. So I'm Tom, a fitness coach and personal trainer at Canterbury Christchurch University Sports Centre, and today's class is called Get Started. It's a beginner's bodyweight exercise class. I wouldn't worry too much about how challenging it's going to be. It's going to be nice and easy today in terms of what we're going to do. Equipment, we're going to need a water bottle. So if you guys can make sure you've got a water bottle to hand, really important to stay hydrated. We're also going to need a stool, a chair, or a bench that's around knee height. So as you can see, it's around knee height here. It could be a bed, it could be anything. Don't worry if you haven't got one, I will give you a regression exercise or an alternative exercise as well. Finally, if you guys have got two objects that weigh a similar size, that'll be really useful. It could be a set of dumbbells, but it could also just be two water bottles, two baked bean cans, anything you guys want to use. If you don't have one, don't worry. As I said, it's an exercise class with no equipment, so I will give you an alternative where you don't have to use anything as well. Feel free to regress exercises to your own ability level throughout the class. I will give you a regression exercise as well, but it's completely up to you on how you want to do it. Reduce the range of movement. So if I show you a body weight squat, if you find it hard to squat deep, feel free to reduce the range of movement by not squatting as low, and it's completely up to you on how you want to progress different exercises as well. If you guys want me to watch your exercise technique, please feel free to chuck your camera on. It'd be great to see you guys interact with you all as well. If you've got any questions at all throughout the class, please drop a message in the chat box. So for anyone else that's just joined, we're going to need a stool, a chair, or a bench around knee height, a water bottle, and two objects of a similar weight. To reintroduce myself, I'm Tom, a fitness coach and personal trainer at Canterbury Christchurch University Sports Centre, and today's class is Get Started. Okay, guys, I'm going to get us started with the warm-up now. Sorry about that little hiccup at the start. Hopefully this will be a lot better now we go. So we're going to start off with the warm-up by walking on the spots, using the arms and the legs. It's really important in the warm-up, guys, to gradually bring the heart rate up. You don't want to rush from 0 to 100, okay? It's all about bringing it up nice and slowly. We're now going to bring our foot to our bum, curling our legs up to warm up the hamstrings and the back of the leg. So if you can see, I'm flexing my knee nice and high now. I'm now going to bring my knees up, pull in and down. Okay, so I'm changing sides. I'll show you that from the side as well. You're grabbing the knee, pulling it in as high as you can. Okay, back to walking on the spot for me, guys. I'm going to start to bring those arms in now. So I cross them across the body. Really try and cross them across. As I said, guys, it'd be great if you guys could turn your cameras on if you feel comfortable doing it, because that way I can watch your technique, interact with you guys a little bit more. Most importantly, see that you're doing the exercises today in the right way. So we're going to do small circles going forwards now, guys. And we're going to make them a bit bigger. And now we're going to go all the way round. And we're going to go back to the sides. And we're going to go small circles, going backwards. And make them bigger. And we're going to go all the way round. Okay, now we're going to start to gently jog on the spot. Bringing the pace up. It's not a fast run, it's just a gentle jog. And I'm going to tell you some dynamic exercises that we're going to do. We're going to do 10 repetitions of each exercise, and then we're going to go back into the jog. Don't worry, I'll explain as we go along. Okay, so we're going to go into 10 side squats. So squat to one side, squat to the other side, and alternate between. And of course, we're going to do 10 In total, that's 5 on each side. Just to warm those legs up. Again, if you really struggle, guys, you don't have to go all the way down. It's completely up to you on how low you go. When you finish your 10, if you can go back to jogging on the spot for me, just so I know everyone's ready. Okay, next we're going to go into 10 body weight squats, okay? So sticking the bum out, squatting down, coming back up. We're just going to do 10 of these. Again, feel free to just do little squats, completely to your own ability level, guys. I think it's really important to start the warm-up with some of the exercises that you would do in the session, okay? Just at a reduced intensity. That way it gets your body prepared to do that specific exercise as well. And then when you've done your 10, if you go back to jogging on the spot. Okay, last one, guys. What we're going to do is jump forwards and step back. Jump forwards and step back. Again, it's not a massive jump. I don't want you guys to hit the wall at the other end of the room, okay? It's just a little jump and then step back. When you step back, try and step back on a different leg each time. Okay, and back to jogging on the spot. So that was the last exercise we're going to do in the warm-up. Everyone's jogging on the spot. Okay, we're now going to do 10 seconds of faster running, okay? It can be a sprint, it can just be a faster run. Again, it's your own ability level. So, when I say go, in 3, 2, 1, go. Use those arms and legs. Try the knees. Faster run. 3, 2, 1. Fantastic job, guys. Well done. Stop there for me. Grab yourself a drink of water if you need. I'm going to explain what we're going to do today. So, as I mentioned in the warm-up, beginner's bodyweight exercise class is going to involve 2 circuits, guys, okay? We are going to be using 2 objects that are the same size. So if you haven't got them, that'd be really useful if you could. Don't worry if you haven't, I can always give you an alternative as well. Water bottle, stool, chair, or bench around knee height. So we're going to do 2 circuits. Each one is going to be 30 seconds on. Okay, and I'm just going to rest according to how long I feel we need based on the exercise. So I'm going to spend a bit of time explaining what exercise we're doing today, guys. So the first one we're going to do is going to be an incline press up. So you're going to need your stool, your chair, or your bench that's around knee height. All you're going to do is lower yourself down and then push yourself back up. Your regression, guys, if you haven't got a stool, chair, or bench, is you can use a wall, okay? So you can do a press up on the wall. It drills exactly the same movement patterns. It's just a lot easier. So if you really struggle with that, that could be an alternative as well. So we're going to do 30 seconds of press ups in 3, 2, 1. That's 30, as I said, it's 30 seconds of incline press ups or wall press ups. If you haven't got either, you can always, as you already know, do them on the floor, do them on the floor on your knees, completely up to you. But I just want to change things up a little bit this week. I've done quite a few classes to make things as different as we can. Okay, and stop there, guys. Well done. Our next exercise is something we haven't actually done in our classes before, so I'm just going to pause the music to explain what we're going to do. Okay, so we're going to need our object. That's a similar weight. We're only going to need one of them for this exercise. Okay, all we're going to do, one hand is going to be on the stool, the chair, or the bench. Make sure it's stable and that it doesn't slide around when you push it, okay? One leg's going to be forwards. Core's going to be nice and tight. All we're going to do is row that object to our side. Let it go all the way back down. Row to our side. Really try and use the back muscles as you do it as well. If that doesn't make sense, drop me a message in the chat box because we're going to get started. So we're going to do a one-arm row in 3, 2, 1. We are going to do one side and then we're going to change sides. So we're going to do 30 seconds on each side on this one. Of course, make sure we're working both arms. Look at my body position. Core's nice and tight. Same side and knee is forwards. Same arm and knee is forwards. Okay, so you can see my hand, my left hand and my left leg are both forwards. Well done, guys. Let's keep it going. Really hard to work the back muscles with body weight exercise, which is why I wanted to put this exercise in for you guys to do today. And now we're going to change sides. Okay, so other arm, other leg forwards. Row in. Let it come all the way back down. Row in. Let it come all the way back down. Good job, guys. Let's keep it going. We've got 5 seconds to go. And stop there. Well done. Next exercise we've done in previous classes, so I'm not going to spend too much time explaining. It's a body weight squat. We also did it in the warm-up. Okay, so feet just outside shoulder width, head up, chest up, shoulders back, core engaged, arms out in front or on the body, wherever you want to put them. All we're going to do is stick the bum out to initiate the movement and squat down. And then back up. Okay, so everyone, let's go with the body weight squats. And make sure, guys, when we're doing our squats, you watch me from the front, okay? When you go down or come up, your knees shouldn't buckle inwards, okay? They should always be driven out. Okay, so if you watch me now, my knees are always driven out throughout the movement. 5 seconds to go on the squats, guys. And stop there. Well done. I'm going to pause the music for the next one because I want to spend a bit of time explaining it. Again, it's something we haven't done before. So this next exercise is stimulate something that you guys might have done in the gym or you might never have done before, okay? It's aimed at working the side abdominals, okay, so the obliques. All we're going to do, put the arms out in front of the body, and we're going to rotate to one side, come back to the middle, rotate to the other side. When you rotate, if you watch me, you want to use your abs to pull your body. So watch this, okay, so I'm really using my core to rotate. It's not an arm movement, okay, so you're not swinging your arms. It's core, back to the middle, core, back to the middle. Okay, so this is called a torso twist. Give it a go, guys. Let me know how you get on with it. I'm going to start the timer and the music now. 3, 2, 1. As I said, it's working the obliques. So when you come round, really try and squeeze the abs on one side. Squeeze the abs on the other side. Show you guys from the front. Almost like a Russian twist. Most of you guys would have done a Russian twist before, okay? It's like a standing Russian twist. Really good at teaching you how to use the abs to move the body, okay? And stop there, guys. Well done. Grab yourselves a drink if you need. That is circuit number 1 complete. You probably found that nice and easy today, which is good. We're now going to do that circuit continuously. So I'm not going to spend any time explaining. We're going to do the incline press up. We're going to follow that with a single arm row. We're then going to do our squats, and we're then going to do our torso twist, one after the other for 30 seconds each. Cool. Okay, guys. So I'm going to start the music. So we're going to get our stool, our chair, or our bench. Get into that press up position. And we're going to go. So 30 seconds of incline press ups. Again, make sure that object that you're using, or that stool, chair, or bench, is stable. We don't want it sliding. The closer you have the arms, the more it's going to work the triceps. The wider you have the arms, the more it's going to work the chest. Okay, we're going into our single arm rows now, guys. So it's 30 seconds on each side. So let's go, guys. Row the object in. Core nice and engaged. You don't want to do, if you watch me, you don't want to arch your back, okay? So everything should be engaged. And change sides for me, guys. Three, two, one. Let's get into that squat position, guys. So feet just outside shoulder width apart, core engaged, head up, chest up, shoulders back. Stick the bum out and squat down. Let's go. We're doing 30 seconds of squats. Don't worry if you feel like you're a little bit slow to start. I normally start the timer a little bit after anyway. I like to do my little explanation and then start. So sometimes we're actually doing a little bit longer than 30 seconds. And stop there, guys. Last one, arms out in front of the body, twist to one side, twist to the other side using the abs. Let's go, everyone. So if you guys have got resistance bands at home, really good exercise tool. This is really good with resistance bands, holding them in your arm and twisting. You might have seen people do them with the cables in the gym as well. I really like this, really good for developing all of the side abdominals. Just core strengthening in general as well, guys, so important. It's an isometric hold as well as a dynamic movement. Stop there, everyone, well done. That is circuit number 1 complete, times 2. Okay, so grab yourselves a drink of water. We're now going to do one more circuit and then we're going to follow it with the cool down. While you're taking your drink and your break, I'm just going to use this time to explain the first exercise, just so we can get in, hopefully, 2 circuits more. So the first exercise we're going to do, we've done it in previous classes. I want to keep drilling this, guys, because it's a really tough exercise, and I think you guys are getting stronger at it as well. So all you're going to do, 2 hands out in front of the body. If you see where my knees are relative to my hands, lower the head in between the hands, and then push up, okay? If you want to make it harder, you can bring your knees back. No, that's easier, knees back. And here, closer, will make the exercise feel a lot better as well. Make sense, guys? Sorry, so it's easier is knees closer to the hands, harder is knees further away from the hands. So I always have to do it to try and understand it myself, which one's easier and harder. Okay, so we're going to do 30 seconds of pike push-ups in 3, 2, 1. So as I said, easier, knees closer to the hands, harder, knees further away from the hands. The whole idea is to try and get the shoulders over the wrists. Really good practice for movements such as handstands. It's really good for strengthening the front deltoid, okay, so the muscle in the front of the shoulders. Okay, our next exercise, we're going to stand up and we're going to need our 2 objects. Again, I won't bother pausing the music because it's quite an easy one to explain. Okay, so we're going to get our 2 objects standing up. We're going to hold them to our sides. I did show you them in the introduction. We're going to raise up and then down. Okay, it's called a lateral raise. If you look at me, what you don't want is your hands to come over your elbows. So you don't want to do this. Okay, it's hands below elbows at all times. Raise up and down. So we're going to do 30 seconds of lateral raises, guys. Let's go. If you guys want me to watch your technique, because this is quite an easy one to mess up, please turn your cameras on, and that way I can give you a little bit of guidance. As I said, it doesn't want to be like this or like that, okay? You can kind of do it a little bit, but you just don't want your hands to come above your elbows. Really use those shoulders to raise the objects up. You can always do this exercise with no objects as well, okay? So you can do it completely without, completely up to you how you want to do it. Okay, and stop there, well done. Next one we're going to do, I'm going to pause the music actually, because this is a tougher one to explain. It's going to be a bent over row. So we're using the objects again for this. If you don't have them, you can also do it without, and I'll show you how, okay? All we're doing is keeping our core nice and tight, arching our back over. We don't want to do this, okay? Everything should be tight. We're holding our objects with an overhand grip, rowing in to our stomach, controlling the way down. Okay, you can, as I said, do it without the objects as well. It's really good just to practice the movement patterns and engage the muscles in the back. So we're going to do bent over rows in 3, 2, 1. So back over. And let's go, guys. If you haven't already. Hope you guys are all having a good week, filled with lots of exercise. Let me know what you've all been up to, what you've been doing in your home routines. It'd be really good to see how everyone's getting on. If you've got any questions about fitness, drop me a message as well. Well done, and stop there, guys. That's that one finished. We're going into legs. We've done this one many times before, but I'm just going to spend a little bit of time explaining. One foot should be on the stool, chair or bench. One foot should be out further forwards. All we're going to do is squat down and up. Your knees should both be at around a 90-degree angle. Okay, can you see that? Yep. If you can't do that one and you struggle with that one, we will do a reverse lunge, okay? Or a reduced range reverse lunge, completely up to you. So we're going to start on our weaker leg. If you've got a weaker leg, the weaker leg should be forward. So for me, that's my left leg. So we're going to do split squats in 3, 2, 1. Fantastic job, everyone. Well done. All doing really well. This is one of the more challenging exercises. Really important for strengthening the glutes and the quadriceps, so the muscle in the front of the leg. Also really good at improving our balance and stability. Change sides, make sure you can reach that stool, chair or bench. And you can always do that reverse lunge. If you struggle to balance on this one, you can also use a wall around you if you've got that to support. Okay, well done guys, and stop there. So I want to give you guys a challenge because we're not going to have time to do another circuit. I want to do a quick challenge for everyone in this class today. So has everyone got a wall space? Let me know if you haven't, because I will give you an alternative. Okay, all we're going to do is we're going to do a static hold. It's called a wall sit. Okay, so what you do in a wall sit is you squat down against the wall, of course. Knees should be 90-degree angle, and all you've got to do is hold that position. Alternative is to just hold a body weight squat. I want you guys to hold it for as long as we can. Okay, so we're going to try and go for a minute and a half on the wall sit. Okay, it's going to be a challenge, all about mental toughness and how hard you can push yourselves up here. Really good exercise that you guys can do during the lockdown as well. So we're going to do wall sit in 3, 2, 1. As I said, if you haven't got a wall, remember you can always do the squat as well. So what we're doing is we're going down and we're holding. So we've got a couple of minutes till the class ends. Want to see if we can go for a minute and a half. If you guys want to continue it longer, I've obviously got to do the cool down, but if you guys want to continue it longer, feel free to keep going in your wall sit. Really good way to challenge yourself, as I said, mentally and physically, because your mind will be telling you to stop, but your body can often keep going. When you finish, guys, if you can't do any longer, feel free to just do some personal stretches while you wait the minute and a half to be finished. Good effort, everyone that's still going. We've been going for a minute so far, so well done. You don't want to be pushing on your knees. Okay, you want your head to be back the whole time. We've got 20 seconds to go until we're at the minute and a half mark. Good job, guys. 5 seconds to go. 3, 2, 1. Well done, all of you that reached a minute and a half, and well done for giving it your best effort. We're now going to do a few stretches, guys, okay? So we're going to grab our foot, pull it towards our bum, and hold. Just keep holding that position for me, guys. We may overrun by a minute or two. And we're going to change sides. We're now going to keep our legs nice and straight. We're going to reach down towards our toes. As you guys might already know, at Canterbury Christ Church University Sports Centre, we run 7 classes weekly in collaboration with R Parks. We're now going to put hands on the hips, reach back to stretch the lower back. Feel free, guys, to check out our other classes. We've got classes every day. Hand above the head and reach to one side. They can be seen on the Christchurch Sport and Active Health pages. Okay, so you can see them on YouTube. You can also, as you guys have already done, sign up via Zoom. I know Amy's got her famous legs, bums and tums session later. That's a fantastic session. So feel free to check that one out, guys. No doubt you'll really enjoy it. She's a very good instructor with a lot of experience. We're now going to use our stool, chair or bench that's around knee height, go down onto our knees. Whilst keeping our arms straight, we're going to push our elbows towards the floor to stretch the shoulders, okay? And then come back through. Hands on the floor this time to stretch the lower back. Look over one shoulder. Look over the other shoulder. If you've got any questions about class, about fitness in general, stay around at the end. I'll be around just to answer any questions you might have. Come back up for me, guys. Foot on the knee. Bit of balance. You can always use a wall as well. Put pressure on the inside of the knee. If you guys don't want to put a message in the chat box, you can always email me at tom.gray@canterbury.ac.uk. Okay, so that's tom.gray@canterbury.ac.uk. Gray is spelt with an A and not an E as well. Fantastic job, guys. Thank you all so much for attending today. Please check out our other classes on our YouTube. Please feel free to subscribe to our YouTube channel and check out our other classes. Thanks again for attending. I hope you've all enjoyed, and well done. Good effort today, guys.